My last post was on this account was about a famous quote that was in the Bible. It's actually a quote, and it says, "The kingdom of heaven is inside of you." And it's actually an ancient Egyptian proverb from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. And underneath that post, I put all the names of all the different scriptures and texts and cylinder scrolls and cuneiform tablets that create the majority of the biblical text. And that, I said basically it's plagiarized. I didn't say it in a derogatory way, in an angry way, in a way that made it sound like I was trying to put down Christians. But anytime you go against a Christian belief or a Muslim belief system, right away you say something that actually should be researched. They get extremely aggressive and extremely angry. Once again, proving who the real angry and evil people are on the planet. I'm sorry, just facts is facts. When you don't research anything, we don't study anything, when you don't, your plain level of understanding is what you heard inside of a building from another person speaking to you, and you didn't do any of the research yourself, or you think that that one book is going to give you all the solutions to living through eternity. I'm sorry. It takes a lot more than that, guys. The first thing, you can't debate me unless you show me your passport stamps. That's the first and foremost thing. If you don't have a passport with stamps, I have 3 passport books, 3, and they're all full of stamps. Because every time you run out of pages for stamps, you have to get another book. I've got 3 passport books with stamps in it. That means I've been traveling, and I'm not talking about to poolside resorts. No. Check my timelines. I go out there in the field, guys. I go to these places. I speak to the indigenous people, not the European people that forced the religion on the indigenous people, but the indigenous people that still understand their true history, their true wisdom and knowledge of where they came from and what their handed down verbal histories are, and also what their recorded histories are as well. And you start to find out, oh wow, that was copied, that was copied, that was copied, that was copied, that was copied. It's plagiarized information. It's not negative, it's just a fact. It's just a fact. Now, the intentions of most people are good. However, when you fall prey to an ideology, such as religious belief systems, you end up becoming a very aggressive person in most cases. If you look at a lot of the reasons why people have died on this planet, the reason why wars have started and why people were murdered, it was over religious beliefs. More people have died over religious beliefs than any other reason on the planet. There's no other reason greater than religious beliefs. I think right underneath that is cancer. And then underneath that is politics. So I spit pure facts, guys. You said, listen, if you haven't read Aramaic, Hebrew, Aramaic, Hebrew, Arabic, if you haven't studied those languages and histories of those peoples, Akkadian, Babylonian, then you don't know anything. I'm just telling you, you're just regurgitating what you heard your grandparents and your parents told you, and you read about 5 verses in the Bible and you memorized them and you thought you were good to go. I'm sorry, it takes a lot more than that, guys. It just takes a lot more. Let me take you on a tour of some knowledge, okay? Let me take you on a knowledge tour right now, how much work it takes to know what I know. How many books you gotta read, how many scriptures you gotta study, how many different ancient texts you gotta dig into. I'm just gonna show you some. I can't even show you all of them because some of it's still in boxes because I just moved into this house. I'm gonna show you at least though about 60%. First of all, let's take a look at the floor right here, what I've been studying all day. You see this? This is, let me give you an idea of the size. I wear a size 14 foot shoe. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 lengths. So we're talking about close to 90 inches here. This is a pretty big poster. What am I looking at? Let me go down here and show you. This is the genealogy table of the Anunnaki. Do you know how painstaking this is? Do you understand the amount of in-depth work it takes to research enough to be able to put together an entire genealogy based off of cuneiform tablets and ancient texts to create this lineage, this genealogy, which actually is the genes of Isis? Do you understand? I don't think some of y'all really understand, man. Like, you don't really understand what this is. Who is Noah? That's Gilgamesh. Who are the Canaanites? What part of the world did they end up in? Because they didn't stay over there. You guys, listen, man. The amount of research it takes to create this is decades. That's decades right there you're looking at. Decades just to create this. Decades. Decades. Longer than some of y'all have been born, and you memorize 5 verses in the Bible and you think you know everything. You know? Look, I got books. How to Build a Flying Saucer. That's my spare time reading. Guys, what's inside the Bible? The Mahabharata. This, let me give you a size comparison now. I got big hands. Okay, I could pick up a basketball like it's a doggone tennis ball. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10-volume set, the Mahabharata. If you're a Christian on this live and you doubt what I'm saying and you haven't read this, you can't debate me. This is 10 times older than the Bible information. Oh, sorry, the Bhagavad Gita. Have you read this yet? No, you haven't. You haven't even read it. You don't even know it exists in the Bible. Of course, the Emerald Tablets. That's the majority of the New Testament. Oh, man. Here goes the Emerald Tablet of Thoth the Atlantean. Let's see what else we got to go here that's in the Bible. I got so much stuff here. Let's see what we got. Oh, the Book of Enoch, which was just so eloquently left out of the Bible, even though the Bible reveres Enoch and his wisdom and his knowledge. But, let's leave his book out because he's talking about beings coming down from space and teaching us how to make weapons and go to war against each other. So we'll just leave that right on out of the Bible so they don't find out about that we're attached to this warring race. Oh, have you read the Code of Hammurabi? Also makes up the Old Testament in the Bible. The Code of Hammurabi. You haven't read this yet. They won't ever teach this to you in Bible study. You won't come across this information. You know why? Because they want you to think everything happened 6,000 years ago, max, and that people were writing the Bible in real time. Didn't happen, guys. The Bible was written in modern times, 100 AD to 900 AD. What else we got over here that's in the Bible? The Nag Hammadi scripts. Some of this content made it into the Bible as well. The Nag Hammadi. Yeah. Very interesting perspectives there in the Nag Hammadi, because they reveal that the followers of Christianity are actually worshiping Satan without knowing about it. What else we got here? Power for his voice. What else is in this? Another good book to read, though, by my late great friend who just recently passed last year, The Anunnaki of Nibiru, Gerald Clark, the late great Gerald Clark. Bless his soul. Let me see what else we got. I gotta go all over it. I got books. I got over 1,000 books in this house. I have to go over it. I have to go around the entire house to do this. Let's take a journey, guys. Step over my. Y'all think I'm. You think I just sitting around in a robe on a prepaid track phone making stuff up? You think I don't know what I'm talking about? What's this right here? Size perspective, by the way. The Egyptian Book of the Dead. This is my copy that I keep wrapped in plastic. The other one I use and open and mark up. This one includes the papyrus of Ani. A lot of the proverbs come from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. A lot of the quotes that are in the New Testament come from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. And the story of a man being born of a virgin birth, sorry guys, started with Horus in Egypt. You gotta do some research. What have we got up here on this shelf? The Cryptic Code of the Templars, Exo Vaticana, Books of Enoch. More content left out of the Bible in reference to Enoch himself. Another great read here. Let me pull this down here. Y'all gonna make me tap into my whole damn library. You see this? This is the stuff I studied and researched for 40 years. I can quote the Bible, scripture, page by page. I've read the Bible over 100 times. More than any Christian that's ever read the Bible. I can read hieroglyphs. I taught hieroglyphs in Egyptian mystery school. I mean, come on, man. You guys, man, listen. There's levels to this game. There's levels. Look what we got over here. The Zen Masters of Japan. The Complete Apocrypha. Here we go. Ooh, now we talking. The Complete Apocrypha. Do you know what that is? These are all the books that were accidentally on purpose left out of the modern day Bible. They tell you a much more full story of everything that happened and that they didn't want you to know about. That they said, you know what, these are good, but let's just leave these on the outside, because if they read these scriptures, they're probably not going to believe our system that we're putting in place here. Yeah, this is the Complete Apocrypha. The Complete, and I've gone through this at least 50 times. Great study and research material. I'm well versed in all this biblical stuff, so whenever somebody comes at me, oh, you're trying to put down Christians, actually not. I'm trying to get to the truth. I'm trying to get to the truth. And the truth is not in the book that you're worshiping out of and studying. Well, you barely study. You read a couple of verses here and there, and then you kick your feet up and watch the world burn because you feel the infidels will suffer on this planet while you're raptured away to some magical heaven. Sorry, guys, not going to happen. Classic right here. I just did a podcast with Eric Von Daniken yesterday. I can't wait for that to come out. The Tao. Oh, here goes my original copy of Chariots of the Gods. This is 50 years old. Anyway, let me, now I'm going to take you upstairs. Oh, let me stop over here real quick. Check this out. Philomath. I just got this book. Philomath. This is by Robert Edward Grant. I'm doing a workshop with him about the secrets encoded in the pyramids, specifically the Great Pyramid. This book is phenomenal. It's a whole new language here of mathematics. It's already a bestseller on Amazon. And just one day it went to bestseller. The first day it jumped out and went to bestseller the first day. Philomath, Robert Edward Grant. Get yourself a copy. I'm enjoying this book already. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. It's going to enhance my music it's going to take my music to the next level, because music is based off of mathematics. I'm having a great time with this content. Philomath. Let's go upstairs, man. Y'all, let me get some more of these books. If somebody presents information to you that goes against what you've been taught, why get angry? Why not just ask questions? Why not say, you know what? Damn, this guy's got a pretty big account. He's been all over the world. He's been on a lot of TV shows. Maybe he does know something.